Owning a supercar ranks highly on many of our bucket lists of things we must do at some time in our life. It may be debatably much higher than it should be, but for many of us, it must be done at some point. However, most of us find it difficult to reach the price of a supercar because we are all aiming for Bugatti. But in the past several years, there have been many more alternatives made accessible to more individuals than in the past, making it slightly simpler for consumers to buy a supercar. So, which are the best supercars out there that cost under $1 million? 7. 2015 Porsche 918 Spider, $845,000. The 918 Spider may pay respect to Porsche's storied heritage, but its true goal is to expand the potential of supercars. Utilizing cutting-edge technology wisely helps to resolve the age-old tension between performance and efficiency. The 918 goes beyond current expectations of hybrid technology to guarantee that driving thrill and tremendous performance continue to prevail. It is faster and potentially more fuel efficient than any previous Porsche. A tiny knob on the steering wheel is used to choose between several dynamic modes, including e-Power, which enables the car to run entirely on electricity. E-Power has a range of around 12 miles, a 0 to 60 mph acceleration time of 6.2 seconds, and a peak speed of 93 mph. When the automobile isn't in use, it just seems to be a plain piece of black glass, but once it's running, it transforms into a tablet computer with touchscreen controls that control fan and audio system volume adjustments and menu page navigation. 6. Audi R8 V10, $408,200. The Audi R8 hasn't aged a day in years. With the facelift supercar's introduction of all LED front and back lights and a tiny nip to the front bar, it hasn't needed any big surgery over that period either. Although its approach of putting its guts on the ground hasn't changed, its heart hasn't either. The terrible single-clutch automatic R-Tronic has been replaced with a new 7-speed dual-clutch automatic named S-Tronic, which is paired with both the 4.2-litre V8 and the 5.2-litre V10. Except when the Sport button is pushed, the V10 is silent. The twin split pipes then emit a deeper baritone blur. However, ride comfort is unchanged because the V10 Plus has fixed dampers instead of the original V10's magnetically adjustable ones. The R8, although robust and a little thumpy around town, also maintains its composure and comfort. The R8 continues to be one of the best riding supercars available, whether it's because of the sturdy aluminum space frame, the all-aluminum suspension that reduces unsprung mass, or the high-end dampening. 5. 2022 McLaren 765 LT Spider, $382,500. McLaren has consistently been able to fill a void for its customers among the various manufacturers of supercars. The McLaren 765 LT is a supercar that prioritizes on-track performance while putting the majority of amenities on the back burner. It is incredibly fast thanks to a 755 horsepower twin-turbocharged V8, and its lightweight design makes it a rocket on the racetrack. The LT in its name stands for Longtail, and it refers to the fact that it is a 720S Longtail variant with many shared components. The straightforward cabin offers a no-nonsense vibe, and the Spider version's standard retractable convertible top adds more weight but shouldn't significantly hinder the driving experience itself. It's surely an incredible supercar. 4. Ferrari 488 Pista. Supercar fantasies are brought to life by the 2020 Ferrari 488 Pista. This self-assured Italian stands out in a crowd because of its broad shoulders, protruding fenders, and beautiful arch on the roof. The interior of this car is unexpectedly roomy, with more room than you generally find in a two-door sports car. The 488 performs with the strength and grace you'd expect from a vehicle built under the illustrious Ferrari banner. It accelerates quickly to 60 mph in less than 3 seconds, while navigating curves and straightaways with exceptional agility. If you have the funds, this Ferrari has the potential to amaze and excite, even if it costs almost the same as a suburban home. Ferrari produces coupe and convertible versions of the 488 Pista. We believe you'll be more than happy with the coupe, which is somewhat cheaper than the drop top, unless you have a clear preference for the sensation of wind ruffling over your hair. Interestingly, the Pista coupe has 20-inch wheels and a cheery racing stripe decorating the body. 3. Lamborghini Huracan Performante, $281,048. As we become older, science and reason tend to discredit magic, but magic still exists in the world. The Huracan Performante crackles with it, and the term Lamborghini itself is a rich vein of it. However, Lamborghini didn't employ any magic to create the Performante. Instead, it utilized a tried-and-true way to increase horsepower, reduce weight, and improve aerodynamics over the Huracan. Improvements in airflow result in 29 more horsepower and 30 more pound-feet of torque, giving a total of 631 horsepower. Because of a streamlined exhaust system and broader use of Lamborghini's forged composite resin, which is strengthened with short chopped carbon fibers, the Performante is lighter than its predecessor. The Performante accelerates so quickly that it's sometimes difficult for the eyes to see clearly due to the G-forces it creates. In either case, 60 miles per hour is reached in 2.2 seconds, which is 0.3 faster than the standard Huracan. It might not be everyone's cup of tea and might not hold up over time, but at least it's unique and supports Lamborghini's position as a supercar option. 2. Ferrari 458, $259,985. To replace the F430, the Ferrari 458 Italia was brought to life at the Maranello factory. Its roots go back to the late 1960s Dino, a vehicle bearing Enzo Ferrari's son's name that helped establish the idea of the Junior Ferrari and popularized the mid-engine platform for the company. The 458 was the 9th model in the lineup that Dino started, and the 488 GTB replaced it in 2016. The magnificent 4.5-litre V8 developed 562 horsepower at a mind-boggling 9,000 RPM, allowing the 458 to accelerate from 0 to 124 miles per hour in 10.4 seconds, beating the 599 GTBM and reach a high speed of 202 miles per hour. The roaring V8 was a masterpiece that was on display for everyone to witness. The cabin was driver-focused with few frills. The dash was luxuriously finished in leather but clutter-free, and many functions had been moved to the steering wheel. 1. 2022 Aston Martin DB11, $201,820. The DB11 from Aston Martin fills the gap between a sports vehicle and a Grand Tourer. Even if it is equipped with a fixed roof or a retractable soft top, its low, long and broad body grabs attention. This rear drive is available from Aston with a powerful 630 horsepower twin-turbo V12, but it only comes in the coupe version, carries a heavy premium and has the potential to overpower the rear tires. Despite not being as unique, the basic 528 horsepower twin-turbo V8 is nonetheless incredibly enjoyable. This engine can transform this car from a standstill to boisterous in only 3 seconds. The DB11 boasts a cozy and extremely adjustable cabin, despite several interior flaws and tiny back seats. Every DB11 inside is comfortable and may be personalized with gaudy hues and exotic materials. Unusually cheap-feeling switchgear and irregular panel installation are some of the things you have to deal with at this price, even though these flaws pale in comparison to the generally lavish and thrilling experience of driving this vehicle. Each model comes standard with passive entry, heated and power-adjustable front seats, and leather upholstery. And it's a wrap. Which of these machines impressed you the most and why? That's all from this video. See you in the next one.